Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for joining us again. If you haven't, please hit the subscribe button, click the bell notification and give the video a thumbs up if you enjoy it. So having a brand new car in lockdown poses a few difficulties because there's not many places you can go, but I have been able to have a play with the car, and here's what you can do with a car at home in lockdown. So what you can do is you can watch Red Rocket on YouTube. You can watch Red Rocket from the back of the car too. Quite comfy back here. And you can test all the seats. And you can drive your car in and out of a garage. So those are the things I've been able to do at home with the car. But it got me thinking, I must be able to take it somewhere. So I've checked the regulations, and actually, yeah, there is one place you're allowed to go other than work, and that's to the supermarket. Yes, definitely download the Tesla app if you haven't yet. That will tell you where all the superchargers are, and it's a great app, obviously, for managing your vehicle. But also download ZapMap. That tells you exactly where all the free chargers are in your local area and on your route wherever you may be going. So I did just that. I'm after a supermarket and it tells me that Tesco's has got free charging. So I thought, well, what better to do than take the car to Tesco's, get my shopping legally, and of course, charge for free. I'm going to show you exactly what you need to be doing, what the app is, what the app's all about, and how you get your car set up on the free chargers at Tesco's. So come with us for the journey. Okay, so before you set off, you want to download this app, available in all your online app stores, free of charge, called ZapMap. ZapMap tells you exactly the locations of a whole series of chargers, different sizes of chargers suitable for different types of vehicles. You can set your exact settings and search for specifically for the free chargers using the filter in the top left-hand corner. For this one, though, I'm going to be searching for chargers available in Mia, and it's brought up the Tesco's Mia. There you go. You got a picture of the charge point itself, so you know exactly what you're looking for when you arrive at the location, and it tells you the type of chargers available as well and what power those chargers will charge your vehicle at. So this is absolutely key for identifying chargers maybe outside of the Tesla network. So make sure you download this, and in the meantime, let's get back to the journey. So some of the things I've noticed in the last 24 hours with the car is the parking assist failed yesterday. I've done a reboot, and this morning it all seems to be working perfectly fine. The other thing I've noticed driving the Tesla for over a week now is one pedal driving. It takes a little bit of getting used to start with, but it's really quite convenient. And of course, every time you're lifting your foot off the accelerator, you are actually generating some power. A little jerky to start with if you're not used to using one pedal driving with regenerative braking in electric vehicles, but when you have got used to it, it makes driving really very convenient. We're going to test autopilot now. So it's picked up the speed limit. This is really an upgrade on normal cruise control. It's telling me I need to apply some force to the steering wheel. It's just checking I'm still there. And it does that ever so often. The other thing I've noticed with, I'm going to need to change lane, so I'm going to take over. The other thing I've noticed though with autopilot is that it doesn't like speed bumps. When you're approaching speed bumps, autopilot will not make any adjustments for the speed bumps, so you need to be mindful to take over when you're approaching those. The other great thing, of course, with the long range Model 3, you get over 400 horsepower. You really do notice the difference in power when you put your foot down. In fact, shall we give it a go? So we've got to Tesco's. You find your pod point, which is what we've done. Plug your Type 2 cable in. You need to look for the name of your pod point before you go onto your app. So plug it in that end, plug it in the other end, and wait for the green Tesla logo to start flashing. And once it has that, you know you're connected. You then need to go onto your PodPoint app. So they've all got individual names. Select the charger for the one that you're at, and hey presto, you should be charging. And then you can check that you're charging just by qualifying that you're still charging on the screen, and looking at that, we're getting 26 miles per hour of charge at 30 amps. So we're getting a really good charge rate there, and it says we're going to be charged in 2 hours and 10 minutes. So before you set off, you want to make sure you've downloaded all the apps. You don't want to be doing this whilst you're on the supermarket car park, really, because you've probably got better things to be doing. So this is Pod Point. We know we're going to a Pod Point charger because we've found that on Zap Map. So we're able to download the app ahead of time. And the app is really good because you can search for your exact location. So we know we want the one at Mere Park. So we type that in and it brings up this specific charger. It'll tell us exactly where it is. We can use the maps function actually within PodPoint to direct us to it. But there we go. We've got our 2 chargers there. And because we want to use the charger for more than 15 minutes, we are going to need to authenticate our connection to the charge point. So taking a note of the name, we select that one and it brings up whether we're in plug A or B. So you'll be able to note that off the charge point itself at Tesco's. We're plugged into B, so we're going to select that and it's going to authenticate our charge at that point. So it knows that we're charging and it confirms there on the screen, charge confirmed. So we know we're going to be good for charging for more than 15 minutes now. Now, the great thing about the PodPoint app, which I really like as well, is it will record how much charging you've been doing with their service. So you're able to see how much charge specifically over a period of time you've had on their stats page. This will enable you to see exactly how much free charge you've been able to take advantage of and hopefully work out your savings over a longer period of time with your electric car, which is really, really good, I think. Okay, so now it's time to go back to the video to see how we were getting on with our charging. While the car charges for 2 hours, we've got some shopping to do and time to go and get a McDonald's takeout coffee, I think. We've sat here, we've watched some YouTubes, we've played with the computer in the car, changed some of the settings, and really just chilled out for an hour having had our coffee. As you can see, we're at 83% battery. The optimum is about 80%, and so I think we're just about good to charge up. So this is obviously a convenience charging setup here. It isn't for charging your car to maximum. If that's the sort of thing you want to do, you're probably better going to a supercharger or leaving it on charge for a long time at home. But I think we will stop charging now, unlock the charge cable, and now we can pack the cable away and put it back into the frunk. Before you come somewhere where you're hoping to use a PodPoint, do download the app. It will speed the whole process up for you. You don't want to be arriving here and then downloading the app while you're here. It's just very time consuming. Hopefully you've enjoyed watching the video today all about how to make use of the free PodPoint charging network across the country, particularly at your Tesco supermarkets. So no doubt you'll all be shopping at Tesco's now, hopefully. I hope you've enjoyed watching the video. If you have, please hit the subscribe button, click the bell notification and give the video a thumbs up. It really does help me build the profile of the channel. So thank you very much if you have done. As always, thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. And until next time, have a good one.